What's good? Y'all know who it is and y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack, and welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. I just woke up, um, checked my phone like what most of us do. Grab our phone before we do anything just to see what's going on. And I was um, uh, perusing around, and I found out that legendary actor, civil rights activist, um, and in my opinion, the greatest actor of all time, Sidney Poitier, passed away today at the age of 94. And when I thought about it, I remembered um, what happened to me in 2007. I was here in LA. I was at Century City Mall at the time, and there was a bookstore in there. It used to be in there. It was called Borders Books. At the time I had just got to Los Angeles, didn't have much, didn't have a lot of friends, didn't know a lot of people. So I would spend my time, in this particular bookstore because, I like to read and it was a good place to go and wasn't a lot of people and I can go in there and chill and people knew me in there and stuff. So anyway, I was in there one day and, when you're in bookstore, you got all these aisles and aisles of books, and I was bending a corner kind of in the back. And right when I turned the corner, there was another person that was coming right at me who had on a raincoat because it was raining that day, had like a hat pulled down, and I almost ran into this person. And when I looked up and he looked at me, I said, "Mr. Portier." And he was like, "Hey, son." I was like, "Oh my God, Mr. Portier, I apologize." He's like, "It's okay, son. Just bring it down. I don't know nobody." I was like, "What are you doing in here?" We're whispering in the back. I said, "What are you doing in here?" He said, "Oh, I just came in here to look at my book," because he had wrote a book to his granddaughter. And he wanted to just come in there and just see the book, being, on a kiosk or something. So I just wanted to come in here and just look at the book. And I was like, "Wow, Mr. Poitier." I was like, are you gonna be doing anything soon? Is any projects, anything you're working on?" And he was like, "Son, I'm retired. I'm not doing anything. I'm not retired. I'm retired. I'm just enjoying my life, writing my book, and I just came in here just to look around." And we're whispering. And I'm telling myself, man, I'm talking to one of the most legendary human beings that ever walked the planet in the back whispering. No one's gonna believe this. So I said to him, I was like, "Well, Mr. Potty, before I let you go, is there anything that, I'm out here, came out here to try to, you know, be successful. Do you have any advice?" And he just said, "You look like a very intelligent young man. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep your head down and keep doing what you're doing." He goes, "I gotta go." I said, "Thank you so much, Mr. Potty." He said, "Don't worry about it, son. Don't worry about it." And he walked away. And that stuck with me. And I mentioned that story to a few people. I mentioned that story to my father. I called my father. I called my mother. I told them what happened. And, my mother was like, "That meant something." My father was like, "You better pay attention to what that man's telling you. That man's telling you everything you need to know." Told that story to my wife later years. And I'm just letting you know, it's like when you're doing what you're supposed to do for yourself and you might be confused on what you need to be doing, you might be privileged enough or blessed enough to run into somebody who's actually has all the success in the world with a raincoat on, with a hat pulled all the way, baseball cap pulled as far down as you could pull it down, just to see his work inside a bookstore, who happened to be Sidney Poitier. Rest in peace, Mr. Poitier. I'm going to take your advice to heart. I've been doing it, but I just wanted to just give you you know, your respect and your props and the advice you gave me, let you know that it's being utilized. Rest in peace, sir. Matthew Shack Unfiltered.